Hey there, my name is Chris Acton with Acton Creative, and this is A Handwoven Experience. And in today's episode, we are going to learn about Tencel. And notice I said we. This is not just for you, friends. This is for me too. This is a fiber that I don't work with much, but I've had enough questions from folks asking, what do I do with this? How do I work with it? I thought it's time. I called upon a few of my very experienced weaver friends, and they gave me some great information that I wanted to share with you all about Tencel, so we'll all be in the know. Let's start at the top, shall we? First of all, Tencel is a brand name. As weavers, we tend to throw it around as the overriding description for the entire fiber, and that's not true. The fiber name is lyocell. Tencel is a brand name. Think of it like Kleenex and facial tissue. They all count as facial tissue, but not all of them are Kleenex. Do you know what I mean? You get me, right? So lyocell is technically the fiber's name. It is made from wood pulp, and when you see it, it has this great shine and vivid colors to it. That's what I always found so appealing about it. And like I said, I don't work with it much, but I love how strong and vivid the colors are. And the shine, if you like shiny things, Tencel might just be the fiber for you. It provides a great drape to your projects, and I think that you can't beat the shine and the color. So let's talk about how to actually incorporate Tencel into your weaving project. So how do you plan for that? Well, first of all, I think what's so interesting about Tencel and nice is that in so many ways it follows along with cotton, which is great. Here's what I mean. If you are ordering Tencel, it says 8/2 Tencel, it is the same size yarn as an 8/2 cotton. Fabulous. You know that doesn't happen very often, right? The numbering system for weaving yarn is a little screwy, so that's so nice that you can make that direct correlation. So if you are used to working with cotton and you know the sizes, that translates directly into the sizes of Tencel. Lovely. I've also found from the few instances that I've worked with Tencel that the shrink is similar. So that gives you at least a starting point when you are working with Tencel if you're new to the fiber, right? And let's talk about how to incorporate it into your project, the warp or weft or both. Now, Tencel is shiny, and shiny yarns have their own challenges, don't they? So if you are nervous about it being too slippery, do your first project with Tencel and only use it in the weft. Great. Incorporate it there. Use something else that you are familiar with and comfortable with in the warp. However, if you are not freaked out at all by slippery yarns, use it in both. There's nothing to say that you can't. It is certainly sturdy enough to use in the warp. That is not the problem. It is just the kind of slipperiness. It's just slippery. That's the one thing to keep in mind. It's not a bad thing, friends. It's just part of the trait of that particular kind of yarn. So, do you work with Tencel much? Because if you do, I would love to hear your experience. Do you use it for certain products? What has been your experience? Love it? Hate it? Not so sure? You're like me? Just don't work with it much? Let me know in the comments what has been your experience with Tencel/lyocell, and we'll all learn more about it together, because that is part of the beauty of this online community, isn't it? We can all share our stories. So there we go. Look how much more knowledgeable we all are. I am for sure. That, without a doubt. All right, friends, I hope that might have given you just a couple little tidbits about Tencel that you didn't know before, and you're excited to give it a try, because it's absolutely a fiber that you should put into your rotation. And I'm gonna take my own advice and go find some Tencel to play with. Have a great week. Happy weaving.